South Africa, we are so privileged to have such gorgeous weather over the festive season. This Christmas, we're celebrating outdoors.
We're having a typical South African braai with a bit of a traditional twist. I'm the braai master. Jeannie, go fetch me some wood.
What?
We've been invited to this tiny fishing hamlet inside the West Coast National Park by the owners of Whalers Way Cottage. Ably led by Top Billing Magazine's food and entertainment editor, we aim to return the hospitality with a brilliant Christmas lunch.
So we're doing Christmas with a difference this year. How exactly are we doing that?
Well, people normally associate Christmas with colours being red and silver and gold. And we thought we're going to allow ourselves to be led by this beautiful location. Just take a look at the water. It's like a powder blue. So we decided on pastels.
But it looks like you've done all of the hard work. What's left for Yanez and I?
Well, for you, I've got an interesting little task. We thought we'd put fresh herbs on the table and people can just snip, snip, snip when they need some on their plate. And we need nice containers in our colour scheme. Okay.
Jeannie borrowed a swatch of the pastel vanilla stripe used as a runner. Held up to the Builder's Warehouse Bristol wall of colour, she got her pastel paint selection right on the button. A few brushes, from mid-size down to a finer point for detailing, and then, to fill out Yanez's order, a braai for that oversized bird. Their healthy tans suggesting they'd already seen plenty of the beach, it was time Jeannie and Yanez did some work.
Jeannie, the braai master's going to do what he does best. Are you okay on your own?
I'm fabulous. I'm going to be doing my crafts.
I'll see you later.
If you're a stickler for the perfect finish, then you'd better do it yourself. But if there are kids around, then rope them in to paint your wooden pots and promise them the dividend of a chocolate mousse and meringue pudding. The detailed work you might want to see to in person.
A really nice detail that we're going to be putting at the bottom of the pots is to stencil the name of the herb that's going to be going in it. You're going to need 3 things. 1, a steady hand. 2, you need to know how to spell. And 3, you need a really small paintbrush to get in there.
If guests were going to pick their own mint and basil to go with the starters, then the chef would take care of spicing the bird. A stuffing of chopped onion, grated sweet potato, crumbed white bread, orange and lemon juice, brown sugar, cinnamon, chicken stock, seasoned with salt and freshly ground black pepper.
When making a stuffing for turkey, it's important that it cooks through evenly. In order to ensure that, chop all your ingredients in the same size. That's, for instance, why we grated the sweet potato and we didn't cube it. After you've stuffed the turkey, secure it with a toothpick so that the stuffing doesn't escape during the cooking process.
This would be very different to flame grilling your average selection of wors and chops, and the braai was perfect for the job.
I've created an indirect fire with a drip tray, and that's going to collect all the nice juices from the turkey. It's clever to put it breast side down because all the fat and all the juices of the turkey are in its back. So as it cooks, it's going to drip down and it's going to create a nice tender meat.
Once covered and the vent opened, cooking time for a decent-sized turkey should be from 2 to 2.5 hours. In Jeannie's pots, she showed her talent with nail varnish clearly extends to bigger painting jobs too. Amor took the edible decor theme even further, in first a biscuit, then a Swiss chocolate ball variation on the traditional Christmas tree theme.
For this gift, we used marzipan as the base, but you can always replace it with fruitcake. Anything really solid enough to hold the toothpicks in place will work.
A firm cake base will do just as well as the marzipan, and the milk chocolate balls make for tasty decor. If our ribbon-tied chairs and roof decor were new eye candy, then designer Salome Gunter's job had been to create the atmosphere of a family cottage with subtle comforts.
I love this house. It looks like so much fun and it's really rustic.
Yes, you know, David and Helen briefed me on really wanting an old look where you can feel relaxed when you come and stay here. And I recall that once I stayed here, I woke up and there was flamingos on the lagoon, and that salmon pink color stuck in my mind, and that's how the one room on the one side happened.
Styled after a turn-of-the-century beach cottage, it's all recycled timber, old windows and Rietdak-style canopies in perfect harmony with their Fynbos surrounds. Yanez was ready to break into song about his turkey.
That smells so good. Nothing like a good old turkey on the fire. 10 minutes before taking it off, you can start basting the turkey. You don't want to do it too early because if you put the basting on too soon, it's going to start burning. This is a lovely maple syrup and butter basting, and I'm just going to gently cover it all over. When that's done, we're just going to put the lid back on, close it up for another 10 minutes, and then it will be perfect.
It had to be. Owners Helen and David Untied had brought along their girls, Claudia and India, as well as David's sister Tanya and her daughter Hannah. This constitutes a town gathering around here, and that remoteness with just a handful of local residents is exactly why they bought the cottage 3.5 years ago. With no electricity, you have to braai your turkey. Having entrusted that job to Yanez, the chef then showed she had an extraordinary pudding up each of her sleeves.
This looks absolutely scrumptious. I'm a sucker for chocolate mousse and meringue, but why did you put it in the fridge?
It helps to set the mousse. In fact, when you complete the cake and you put the cream on as well, it's good to put it back in the fridge and then you take it out just before you want to slice it. It holds the shape better. With this one, of course, it's the mousse and the cream that needs to set. With the lemon meringue one, it also helps to do that because it sets the cream.
Using either lemon curd or chocolate mousse, place the flat top cake meringue side down and spread with mousse or curd, then cream. Place your second cake meringue side up, and a tip for succulent cakes, sprinkle the chocolate sponge with amaretto and the lemon one with limoncello before assembling. Thorough spoiling this was.
What do you love most about living out here in Churchhaven?
I think the simplicity of this place is fantastic. And it hasn't got electricity, which I also love. It hasn't got running water, which is also part of the charm. And it's peaceful.
We enjoyed this undisturbed gem on the coast of Africa and paid our way by making lunch. Now that's a fair exchange.
Well, we've had such a wonderful time with you guys here today. Thank you very much for allowing us to have a pre-Christmas celebration here at your home.
Well, Jenny, it's been wonderful having you guys here. We've really enjoyed the day, and you guys have done such a great job here. Thank you very much, and look forward to Christmas.
And our diligent food editor's recipes are in this month's magazine. Bonus.
Next up, Sureshni Govender marries the love of her life, and we sample classic chic at Athens Fashion Week.